Hi Taurus, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for a tarot reading for all Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We are going to jump right into the reading with the Moonology Manifestation Oracle deck, but I do just want to thank everybody for hitting that like button as usual. It does do something to the algorithm. If you're new here, I post new readings on Friday, then again on Monday. And then I also periodically do a Wednesday reading, which is like another reason to hit the like button, because then YouTube will show you those when they get into the algorithm. All right, let's see here. What does Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus need to know? Now we're going to use this to kind of set the stage for the reading, and then we're going to go right into the tarot. You have last quarter moon in Capricorn. Leave the past behind. Isn't that beautiful? Leave the past behind. So we'll see what you're asking about here and how that applies. What guidance do you have for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? What does Taurus need to know, please, for the best and highest good of all involved with Taurus? Messages for Taurus, please. All right. After we do the tarot, we will have the angel answers. You have the Queen of Pentacles, you and your own energy, the Eight of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, the Page of Swords, the Magician, the Ten of Swords. Well, you're moving forward here, the Six of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. My God, is that stepping on the gas? Well, I do feel like you're moving forward here, especially with something financial. And I also feel like, though, if it's a job, you might have to leave in a hurry. I just get this energy of you're going to make the transition quickly, whatever it is, or even if it's somewhere where you live. Of course, we want to make sure that we're doing it on the up and up. But I just feel like with this Magician energy, and especially, too, with the Queen of Pentacles here, you and your own energy, and this Eight of Pentacles, you have a focus here, a determined kind of energy. This is great for money. Now, if it's something with a relationship that ended, I would be careful with dealing with your ex if they're blowing up your phone or sending emails or even just talking about you. Who cares, really? But I also feel like with this, you have somebody new coming in who's going to be a lot better match. I also feel like they may not do much with social media. They may not be, out and about, and all that kind of stuff may not be their focus. I do see somebody on a sailboat for some reason. I feel like it's their energy or something connected with them. If they live on the water, they grew up on the water, maybe they have a history with it. I'd really laugh if you know this person and you didn't know that they were into sailing at some point in their life. That would be interesting. I don't care if it's going to some summertime festival that's basically like a drunk fest, and they have an experience with running a beer tent. I think that'd be hilarious. But either way, I do see that for some reason. So this Queen of Pentacles has you moving forward. She's like the Susie Orman of the tarot. So in terms of making decisions with money, this is fantastic, but it's also achievement. She is very, very proud of her accomplishments. Now, I want to tell you with the Pentacles that are here, I also feel like if you're focused on the physical body, you are going to be very proud of yourself and the gains that you make. And I do get, too, if you're doing some kind of a fitness assessment where they look at like your body composition from the beginning to the end, you are going to be shocked by the changes where you're going to say, my God, I'm such a healthier human now. But with this, too, it really is a time of being connected with everyone around you. She's very balanced. So you're not all work here, even though you do have some nice energies for money. And if it is time to bring in a relationship, I feel like you have somebody who also values balance in their lives where they do get the job done at work. They're not, on the brink of being terminated or something. But they also understand that at night, they don't want to be attached to their work email all night or their, whatever it is, unless they absolutely can't stop it, like they have to be on call periodically. I do get that for somebody, but I feel like that may even make them more present when they're not on call, because it's like they value that time where they go, I will not get into this. If I have to be on call, that's fine, but not when I'm not. This energy is a bit of a perfectionist energy. So you get things right. If you are choosing something or you're doing a project at all, or you're even starting something new with that magician energy, you're going to do great. You have new beginnings here, and you have to leave the past behind. So with that Eight of Pentacles, I do feel like if something ended, because you have it here, you're going to be more focused on where you're going than worrying about people, places, things that just didn't work out. I do feel like, too, if you had a relationship that ended, or even if it was a job where you had to jump ship because things were changing and it was like, I better take control of this before something happens that's way out of my control. I do feel like this is very cathartic. So especially if it was a breakup or a time where you had a difficult emotional time and you got into something, whether it was knitting or painting or working on a car or whatever you like to do, blow off steam, I do feel like with this, it really did help emotionally. Now, in terms of money, though, you've got an abundance of money and you've got long-term financial security. So if you do start something new in terms of work with this magician energy, it's going to be great. You're going to be able to focus and do what you need to do, because with the magician, that's also about focusing your mind. But it takes off. And so I wouldn't be worried if you're starting some type of a new business. If it does require some kind of a move with the Six of Swords or even some travel with work, I feel like it's going to be an adventure. And so the Six of Swords shows everything moving forward smoothly. You have two sixes, and these are all about balance and harmony and reciprocity, especially too with those scales of Libra there. So with this energy together, it's like you got smooth sailing ahead. So if you are making a change, I don't see it as being difficult for you. I feel like it's very needed, and it's like a big relief. And so if you are planning on traveling, I also see you as having the money to do it. Now, I just heard Southwest. I'm not an affiliate of theirs. If it's like Southwest Airlines, I have nothing to do with their company, but they did say it, and I don't usually fly on Southwest, so I don't know why. It's very random, but I'm offering it to you if that's you. But I think they have the more like the dog eat dog seating, don't they, where it's like first come, first serve. I mean, that always adds a little bit of excitement to any trip. But with this Six of Swords, though, like I said, you're not going to be anxious about it. It's like, you know what, this feels right to me. So I mentioned at the very beginning, if you have an ex around, with this Page of Swords, I feel like they still keep tabs on you, and they may periodically reach out to you, but I just don't feel like it's a coming back around kind of thing. I feel like it's going to be done. And I also feel like, too, if the communication turns aggressive, like it starts to it's okay until it's not okay. With that Knight of Swords, especially this one, though, is not great communication. It tends to be offensive in some ways. So just be careful when this shows up. Now, overall, the Page of Swords does bring in a curiosity. It also has you doing research on things, Taurus. So anything new that you begin, you're going to vet it, especially too with this Queen of Pentacles and the Magician. This is not just jumping in impulsively. It is really looking at things, making sure you inspect things if you're moving or buying something, but also too with a job. You may also, if you find there's a way to research where you work, and if you really are doing this, I feel like you might find specific people who work there and research them a bit. Hey, more power to you if that makes you feel comfortable. But I still feel like you have a change coming in that's quite good. So with the Magician energy, you've got a limitless power. You are a conduit of the universe. And so it's truly a card that says you create your own reality. You can have, do, or be anything with this. But you are bringing heaven to earth. So you may find with this that things start to happen in your life that are really good. And you say, I think I'm on the right path. I can tell I'm on the right path. Synchronicities seem to align. People show up that you think about one day and they're there the next. So with this Magician energy, you are bringing in new opportunities. And it is a card too, though, of seeing through illusions. Okay, it's not like stage magic. It's like metaphysical magic. And so I do feel like they're trying to tell you to trust your instincts, especially if something ended or it needs to end, that they're saying it's just not for you anymore. And so I feel like you're able to put it down and walk free. Now in a relationship too, though, you do have somebody who brings a lot to the table. And I feel like they may have kind of an interesting past. I mentioned before, maybe they've been working at a beer tent at a sailing festival. I don't know, but I feel like they may have done a lot of funny little jobs getting started. They have and a lot of people's first work histories are interesting, but I do feel like with this, you're going to find that they have a lot of dimensions to their life history and their personality. So the Ten of Swords says stick a fork in it, it's done. That's what this is all about. And it's also too, though, be careful not to get too worn out. If you're running around, because you got that Knight of Swords that comes in, and this thing really like steps on the accelerator big time. And I do feel like you have a change coming in. Now, if it's a relationship that this is depicting, and you're wondering about that, I do see it as an ending. And truthfully, I'd give it some space. I feel like it's one of those things, I don't necessarily promote 30 days no contact on here, but I do feel like this, the more you communicate with this person, the worse it seems to become. And I don't feel like it's good for your energy. And maybe you're saying, God, I don't want to communicate. They keep trying to reach me. So with the Six of Pentacles here, you do have balance coming in. So in terms of a job too, I feel like things are about to get a whole lot easier. Where things, if it's not a job change, it may be getting paid for things you're already doing. So you feel much more balanced. And sometimes too, that can be draining when you feel like you're working for free. And especially if they were struggling, it was a company or a business that was struggling a bit financially, and you felt like kind of, I guess, personally obligated, or from a morality standpoint, obligated. I just feel like they're going to get into a better position so you don't feel spread so thin. But I'm telling you what, if you are making a move, this Knight of Swords wants to do it on the double time. This is like, let's speed things up and get this taken care of. Let's get this all wrapped up. The good thing about the Knight of Swords is it's a lot more accurate than the Page of Swords. So it does allow things to move fast, but I still feel like they're telling you to keep your eye on the details. So let's see here, Taurus, what the angels want to tell you. All right, what else does Taurus need to know? What messages do you have for Taurus? Advice for Taurus. Recovery. Okay, so if you're on the mend from something, I do feel like they're saying it's time to move forward. Let go. All right, you've got leave the past behind and let go here. These are important. And we've got here, be assertive. You're ready. And they give you choose a new direction. So good things are on the way, but be open to new doors. All right, good things are coming. I love you, Taurus. I'll be back again soon.